Right, I cock-teased you all last episode and teased you with the idea of, going to see what happens in Chiaki's homework. We're not going inactive. Christ, that was close to being terrible. Let's see what happens. Shu teleports right in the middle of his brother and Chiaki's classroom. Class is already let out for the day, but Chiaki is alone in the classroom, sitting at his desk working on a math assignment. In order to get a closer look, Shu walks over and sits down at the desk in front of Chiaki's. He straddles the chair so that he can feel Chiaki's direction and see what he's up to. The wall clock reveals that it's about 3:30, and yet Chiaki is still sitting here. Could I have been wrong about the meeting on the 12th? No, that can't be right. No, he's just sitting there. Oh, don't say that, like, this memento will end just as we get to just as we start to see, like, who the killer is or who he's about to see or something. Maybe they're just meeting later. I mean, his mum's an adult, so she probably has work or something, right? That makes sense. But if this really is when he met his mum, the best thing I can do is come back and prevent Chiaki from going. It sucks for him, I guess, but I don't want him to die. Shu sits and waits to see what happens. Chiaki's expression changes when he looks up at the clock and sees 4. After getting his things together, Chiaki leaves. I guess he's supposed to meet with his mum at around 4:30. It'd take about that long to get to the bridge from here, and he looks so worried. It's gonna fucking cut off as soon as we see something, I swear. Weird, doesn't she have to be at work? Wonder what she does if she can just come out in the middle of the afternoon. I don't know, ask for a fucking holiday? I doubt it's just like, I want to meet my son who I haven't seen for 18 and a bit years. And, well, not that, it's like 12, 14, 15, something like that. You know, so many years. And the boss is just like, no, you stay here today. You know, that would be terrible. Anyway, if I can just distract him here for at least half an hour, then he'll be late. That should be enough, right? I'll come back in action mode and save Chiaki for sure. Why can't I just go along with him? There was half an hour left to this memento, wasn't there? Or was there not? There was half an hour left to that. I swear. Go ahead and use a time machine. This one. There was a fucking hour! We could have just walked along! Oh, it takes 4:30 to get to the bridge. Well, fuck it. I ain't gonna bother to see who it is. Ah, you penis. Alright, first of all, what one was it? The Karuta card. We're going back in active for that. Just because I feel if I don't commit to seeing a certain person a lot, I'm going to be ending on some sort of weird neutral line. And that's always shit, because those are the ones which are like the least convincing ever. Alright, so we know all this. He's sleeping and shit. Oh, now we're just going. Shu phases out the classroom door. He has an extra school uniform he keeps stuffed in his locker for times like this. Shu wants it to seem like he's been at school the whole time, so he quickly runs to his locker to get his clothes. After switching to action mode, Shu changes into his school uniform and returns to his post outside the door, waiting for the meeting to end so he can talk to his brother. The meeting eventually ends and the club members start shuffling out of the room. Oh, Shu. The other club members walk off, leaving Ryu and Shu in the hallway alone. Hey Ryu, I didn't know you were in this club. You secretly a poet? Yeah, something like that. Does it... I did not go back in this memento to get jiggy with Ryu again. Can we just stop this now? Does it turn you on? Please, do I look like the type to swoon over some rhyming couplets? That's not quite poetry though, is it? Rhyming. Ugh. But you surprised me before. Your brother's still in there sleeping, by the way. You should take care of that. I didn't realize you even knew we were related. You kidding? You guys are famous. Ryu shuffles Shu's hair as he walks past. Hey, no touching! Yeah, anyway, I gotta go. See you later, Shu. With full knowledge of what happens to their relationship in a few short months. Oh, this was months ago. That's why he's so happy with us. Oh, okay. I did think it was a very weird thing for someone to ask who's just broken up with me. Shu can't help the heavy feeling in his heart as he watches Ryu walk away once again. I forgot how well we used to get it. Holy shit, how long were they dating? I've just realised. Wow, maybe I could have done more to make things work. Not bad, I can't go back in time and fix that. Too bad, even. He laughs to himself bitterly. See you later, Ryu. They were dating for months. Well, whatever. Shu tries his best to clear his mind as he goes into the classroom. You really can't tell that he's faking being asleep. I really should think twice the next time I insult him while thinking he can't hear me. Natsume. Even at the sound of his own name, Natsume doesn't stir at all. It seems he's determined to carry on the charade. She walks up to him and lightly kicks him in the side. I know you're not really asleep, Natsume. Natsume slowly opens his eyes and looks a little disappointed. Damn, what tipped you off? I thought I was pretty convincing. The fact that I'm your brother and I can tell when you're faking something? That's a lie. We just lied to him. We're now a terrible brother. This is a total lie, but Shu figures it's the least preferable to I went back in time and saw you talking to yourself. Does have a point, actually, when you put it like that, doesn't it? Well, I guess I need to work on that. Like they say, you need to convince your allies before you can convince your enemies. Nobody says that anymore, Natsume. Yeah, this isn't Imperial fucking Japan anymore. Natsume looks a little bit deflated at that. Why were you pretending to be asleep anyway? Well, it's complicated. I just didn't feel like talking to them, I guess. They already think of me as a useless president, so may as well keep things that way. Wait, what? Why? Well, they already think I'm fucking useless. Why bother convincing them otherwise? That makes no sense. But why? I thought you liked poetry and stuff. I do, but to be honest, I don't want people to expect things from me anymore. If I get the people around me to just lower their standards when it comes to me, then nobody will be disappointed. Flawless argument. Except you. Well, I don't think it's possible for me to get close to people anyway. You and Masa and Chiaki are enough for me. All of those 2 whole people. 3, sorry. Things are fine the way they are. You can't live that way. Can't live that way. But you can't live like that, cut off from everyone. That sounds like something Chiaki would say. Well, that sounds like we took the wrong item. That's even worse. There's no way that's the right answer. It's better not to force yourself to be close with people, I guess. I wasn't expecting someone as social as you to understand. Just because I know a lot of people doesn't mean I'm close to all of them. That's true. I mean, there are flaws to both sides of arguments, if we're being honest. Sorry, I didn't mean to preach or anything. No, it's alright. I know you only say these things because you care. Sorry to burden you with my problems. Your family, I think it's a given that we should share our issues with each other. See? I went for the hard-hitting one. The other one, he just dismissed. That's why we went back and changed it. I'll keep that in mind. Shu and his brother make a bit of small talk before Shu makes up an excuse to leave in order to return to the present. Okay, sweet. So now we know what's happening with that one. What happens if I go back and look at that in stealth? Do I see myself having this conversation with... I wonder, I'm curious now, sorry. In this episode, we will find out how we save Chiaki, even if we end up overrunning. I'm now curious. Stealth. That one. I now want to see whether we see ourselves talking to him, if you get me. Menu. Okay, so this is the thing we already know. They finally left. He speaks to himself. So no, nothing changes even though we just changed the past? Then how is it still true in the future? Huh, weird. Whatever. Someone will explain it to me, I'm sure. Right, let's go ahead and use this fucking time machine. Save our friend! Launch! Oh, God. There's a bottom episode about delaying a gas man from going next door. I wonder if this is going to be as terrible as that, because I can't think of any other way. Hey, look, I know you're off to see your mother, who you haven't seen for 18 years, and she's terrified. I'm going to make you late for no good reason, though. Shu teleports right in the middle of his brother and... Yeah, okay, we know this. If I want to stop Chiaki from going, it's now or never. Shu first goes to his locker, changes to action mode, and pulls out his extra uniform. Afterwards, he goes to the bathroom to change. I have to come up with a reason for Chiaki to come with me. Oh! You have a reason? What is it? An idea comes to him, and Shu runs further into the school. He picks a random wastebasket and throws his necklace into it. With this done, he heads back to the classroom where Chiaki is sitting. That's so dumb. Your necklace isn't going to be there. Chiaki's the caring type, so he won't leave a friend alone if they need help. I know it's cruel, but I have to play on his emotions a little. Sorry, Chiaki, but this is all I can do to save you. Sure. Shu takes a deep breath and slides the door open. He knows his best chance of getting Chiaki to abandon the idea of meeting his mother is to divert his attention to something more immediately urgent. Chiaki! Huh? Shu, what are you still doing here? I need your help, it's urgent! Oh, you look busy. But I... Calm down. I'm not busy at all. What's your problem? Chiaki is responding exactly how Shu thought and hoped he would. He feels just a small pang of guilt. Well, you see, for my birthday last year, Natsume got me a necklace. You see me wearing it all the time, right? Yeah. Chiaki's eyes fall to Shu's upper chest, and he seems to figure out where this is going. During gym class today, I had to take it off, and then I completely forgot I put it back on after, and now it's gone. You completely forgot you put it back on after. Right. I am sure I left it in the locker room, but it's not there. If Natsume finds out that I lost it, he's going to be really depressed. You know how he is. I don't want him to feel I don't care. I really love that necklace, so I've been looking for it all this time, but I can't find it anywhere, and then I saw you in here. She's not sure if his problem is enough to keep Chiaki from going, but his problem, plus the thought of Natsume being depressed, should do the trick. I see. Yeah, that sounds like real trouble. Once Natsu starts sulking about something, he won't get off it for a long time. I'll help you out. See, he's only helping us because Natsume can be a pain in the arse. Bingo. Oh, thanks, sorry, I know I'm being a bother. Ah, it's rare to see you so docile. This necklace must really mean a lot to you. Just let me make a quick phone call. Sure, take your time. After he finishes his phone call, Chiaki and Shu go around looking for the necklace. Of course, Shu knows exactly where the necklace is, but he can't let on that he knows. Nearly 45 minutes later, he and Chiaki eventually find the necklace in the trash. Who threw this here? I know for sure I left it in the locker room. Did you date and then dump someone who's in your gym class? Maybe this is their idea of revenge, pathetic as it may be. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. That happened. I don't think so. That's an even worse answer. Sometimes... See, didn't I tell you to be more careful about that? When you're so insensitive, other people get hurt. I'm hurt too. Who cares about them? Who cares about them's a terrible answer. We're a more compassionate Shu nowadays. I'm hurt whenever that happens too, you know. It's not like I try to be awful. It just comes out that way. Like, it doesn't. Because you're just being a dick. It's not like I try to be awful. I just insult everyone when I dump them because YOLO. Like, sometimes the feelings just fade. I can't help that. I'm sure you have the best of intentions, but the end result is that you date a lot of different people, and at least some of these people will resent your behavior. Everyone has feelings, and those feelings can be hurt. You really need to think more carefully before you mess around with people. Anyway, we found the necklace, so I guess we should go back to the dorms now. Yeah, I'm sorry for the trouble, Chiaki. Now, I mean, you were pretty troublesome, but the important thing is we found the necklace in the end. Now, Natsume won't be all depressed and stuff. Oh yeah, all depressed and shit, damn him. Yeah, that's true. The two of them walk back to the dorms. Shu excuses himself shortly afterwards so that he can return to the present. I don't feel too great about lying to Chiaki and making up a story about Natsume, but if doing that will save him, then that's all that matters. Yeah, I was going to say, if he just ends up surviving, it's fine, because he's no longer dead. I'm sure if he knew, he'd thank you. Oh, well, I'm 45 minutes late for something. However, I am now alive. Like, one of those is a much better upside than the other. End of Memento time. Okay. So, now we just have to see, is Chiaki alive? Is the twist that he's now dead? You have about an hour to spare. I mean, there's just nothing I want to do. So, do nothing, I guess. Well, 1 hour goes by while Shu wastes time loafing around in his room. Well, I'm pretty sure Chiaki will be okay now. My work here is done. Shu leaves to go eat dinner with his brothers. Not even trying to check. Not even... Alright, now we're just going to have a awkward morning. Oh no, we're going to have an awkward dinner. Despite Shu's changing of the past, he doesn't see Chiaki when he goes downstairs for dinner, which makes him a little nervous. In the common room, nobody's acting out of the ordinary, and the television set for once isn't turned on and showing replays of the recent news reports regarding the murder. Did I screw up? I'll just have to ask. At worst, they'll think I'm crazy, but I can always go back in time and fix that. I'll just take the casual approach. What? That's a bad idea. You could just be a little patient. It's not going to go in a day or two. Shu decides to just take the plunge and ask the big question on his mind. At this point, he's sure that he saved Chiaki, so he doesn't understand why Chiaki still isn't here. Hey, Natsume. What's up, Shu? You haven't seen Chiaki around today, have you? You don't remember? The front door slams open just then as Natsume finishes his sentence. Went to go visit his mother today. Hooray! We saved them! Don't you feel beautiful? Still wearing that bloodstained shirt. I mean, no wonder killers were attracted towards you. They got the scent of blood. Also, that's pretty good. She can walk through doors apparently with her eyes closed. Shu turns around and sees Chiaki standing in the doorway with a young woman that she remembers seeing before. Chiaki's mother looks different now, like a totally different person. From a distance, the two of them look fairly similar. The family resemblance is striking. Yes, they both have black hair and don't have any lips. How else are they similar? Most important, both of them look very content, so it seems they were able to meet and talk about things out after Chiaki was saved. I'm happy for Chiaki. What is this hand movement? Did you just do a magic trick? What is that? This better be a present for me. This better be a present. If it's not a present, I will cry. Or food. Hey guys, Samaya. You don't call her mum, you call her Samaya? I'm almost definitely pronouncing that wrong as well. These are two of the friends I was telling you about before. Chiaki walks to his mother over to where Shu and his brothers are sitting. So these are the Mamma Mias I've heard so much about. Yes, this is Shu, Masaharu, and Natsume. 40% of the people in this room have died. All three of the Mamma Mias bow their heads and give a polite greeting as Chiaki's mother smiles at them in turn. When it comes to Natsume, however, she hesitates. Natsume, have we met before? Excuse me? I feel as if I've seen you before. Somehow you feel very familiar to me. No, I don't believe so, unless you've stopped into my workplace at some point. I work at a small confectionery in town. I don't think I have, but, well, perhaps you just have one of those faces. Or perhaps he has transported. He's done the teleport time travel thing already, and that's how she's seen him. Has to be something like that. I mean, come on, there are too many innocuous details which are just coming up like this. Maybe. Chiaki's probably just talked about Natsume so much that you imagined him in your head. They're best friends, after all. We're heroes. No way. Chiaki's mum smiles as if she's used to this sort of obvious denial. Oh, I almost forgot. I brought some taiyaki to share with you all. I wanted to thank you for taking care of my son all these years. Yes, he looks fucking thrilled. Thank you. Taiyaki is Masaharu's favourite. Oh, now I know what to bring next time as well. Why is he looking embarrassed over that? The five of them make pleasant conversation for a while. Once it ends, Chiaki takes his mother around the dormitories to show her around. Seems like they're trying to make up for lost time. Makes sense to me. To give them some time alone together, he decides to crash Natsume, and he decides to crash at Natsume's and Yukinari's room for a while. That makes more sense. Not just fucking crash it down, right? Crash helmet on! Ball pose gotten into. Run! Like that, that'd be silly. And Yukinari's room for a while before returning to his own room for some well-deserved sleep. In the night, as Shu is half asleep and half awake, he feels as if he's underwater again. This time, however, there are no nightmares. Is this what happens if we use the time machine too much? We start drowning? We end up somewhere. The game will explain it to us, I'm sure. There's about to be probably a major plot point revealed, and I'm just about to end the part.